So in this question, I'm going to try to reduce this matrix to reduced echelon form. Okay, so I'm going to pick first a pivot position. The pivot position is going to be the first non-zero entry in the first row. So that's this number. This is pivot. Okay, and I will now introduce a row operation to make everything below pivot position 0, which will be -3 multiplied by row 1 and added to row 2, and we'll just put our answer back in row 2. Okay, so let's start with this. So that means I will have this number, so this is going to be 0. And -3 times, so when you multiply this number by -3, that's -9, added to 9 is 0. When you multiply this number by -3, -12, added 7, -5. And when you multiply this by -3, that's -21. And 6 added, that's going to be -15. So then I will now go ahead and take, okay, let me just scale this one first. So I will introduce another operation. It looks like this number and that number. Those are multiple of each other. So then I will just divide the second row by -5 and put my answer back into the second row. When I do that, I will get this. So I will get 1, 3, 4, 7. This will be 0, 0, 1, 3. Again, I'm going to pick my first non-zero position in the second row, and that will be this number. So this is going to be our pivot in the second row. Pivot. Okay, and I will use this number to make every number above 0 this time, which will require this operation. -4 times R2 added to R1, and we put our answer back into R1. And that's going to be like this. So 1, this doesn't change because these positions are 0. And you get 0 here. And then I multiply this by -4, -12, added to 7, that's -5. And you have 0, 0, 1, 3. Now let's go back and evaluate this again. So I have a pivot position here. Everything below is 0. Okay. And this is not a pivot position, so we skip that. And this is the pivot position. Everything above is 0. And the other one is not a pivot position because each row must have just one pivot. So that's it, basically. This is going to be our row reduced echelon form. But then one more thing to remind you. So the one that has a pivot positions are called basic variable. So this is a basic variable because it has a pivot in it. And this one is also a basic variable because it has a pivot in it. And the other two are called the free variables. The one which is this one, and that's this one. So these two are free variables. So that's